the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
It's Shelley Rome, and our guest today is an actor, most notably as, can you say the character name for me, in your video character name? Atreus?
Atreus.
Atreus. Clearly, I'm a huge gamer. You've played this character for 8 years. I mean, actor. Now you're doing music. We're going to talk about all of that. Please welcome Sonny Suljic.
Thank you.
Woo! My voice isn't usually this awful and raspy, but I'm getting over a cold, but I'm not contagious, so you're good.
It's all good.
I know you wanted to sit very close to me as somebody who's sick. So how are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? You're in New York for a couple days. You just doing stuff or hanging, or what are you here for this time?
Right now I'm just I'm working on my EP.
Okay.
Or I mean, technically it's like turning into an album at this point because I have so many songs I'm like sitting on, so I'm contemplating. But I've just been like working on music out here and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk to you about music. I know you're really starting to focus on that now, but can we just go back a little bit to give people just a little bit more information on you in case they're not familiar with your background? So you're a main character in a huge video game, God of War.
Yeah.
Atreus.
Atreus.
And as I was, you got that job when you were 8 years old, correct?
Yeah.
And as I was like doing a little like research on you, I actually saw a little snippet of your audition.
Oh, when I'm like 8.
You were so cute, and B, you were so confident and so good. What do you remember about that time in your life?
I feel like everything just moved so fast. Like once I booked that project, I was going to San Diego and then doing certain tests, and then I don't know, it just felt so surreal. But I feel like now I've kind of, adjusted to the whole idea of working on a video game and everything.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of kids, I'm sure, at that age, like their dream is to play yourself in like a huge legendary video game. I mean, what was just knowing that you're living out so many people's dreams? Like, what is that like feeling for you?
Well, it was funny though, because at the time, I mean, I wasn't really like too big into video games at that time, so I didn't even know what God of War was. But I was just like, honestly thought it was like a new project and everything. And then after the game came out, after working on the game for so long, and it came out, and it just got so much hype, I was like, oh, this is
legit.
This is some shit.
So legit that you're a BAFTA.
Can I
You're fine, absolutely. We talk shit here. It's so legit that you got nominated for BAFTA awards for your performance in these games. Like I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's honestly insane to me. I just got back from London for the BAFTAs too, so it's still hitting me.
Were you there when Angela Bassett did the thing happened?
When what?
Do you remember Ariana DeBose and her performance? I just really wanted to know if you were in the building when she did that. Clearly you were not. That's fine.
I don't know. Honestly though, when I probably could have been there, but when I'm like sitting down and it's like, I don't know, just like the award show's happening and everything, I'm so nervous because I'm like, if I do win or something, I have to give a speech or something, I'm just in my head the whole time.
Does that like scare you to get up there and talk to people?
Yeah, it does.
Oh my God.
I mean, obviously I think I'd be fine because I'm like good under pressure sometimes, but like I was bugging.
Oh
like,
God. Were you secretly like, please, I want to win, but I don't want to win?
Yeah. Bro, when I didn't win, I was like, oh my God, thank God. Thank God.
Hey, at least some of your co-star characters won, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You got to celebrate through them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what I think is really awesome as well is like you were just talking about video games, and I promise we're going to get to the music. We want to know all about it, but I feel like this is so interesting. You said you weren't a huge gamer. Like, did you know that so much went into that? Like, so much storytelling and character building and all that stuff?
No idea, because it's funny actually because I think right when I booked it, like, or maybe a little bit before I booked it, I was playing like GTA and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the thing is like I just didn't understand the process and like the time that goes into it, because it takes a long time.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just like a group effort though, because there's the animators, the actors, the narrators, everything. So it's just like so much goes into an amazing craft.
Yeah, and you got to bring your skills as an actor. Like, it's not just like you making motions and doing facial gestures, which I'm sure that's a huge part of it, but like you had a scene where you like have to get emotional and cry because like a dog dies or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
and it's
acting.
crazy too, because when you watch it, it looks like in the video game it like translates like the tears and stuff. the trippiest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, they gave you fake tears just in case you couldn't produce any?
No, I'm saying
Oh.
in the game, like
Oh,
in the
you're
game, it
actually
actually looks like I'm crying. Yeah. Because in
Wow.
that scene, I'm actually crying, like when we're doing the actual take. 'Cause
Yeah.
They have these like cameras in your face, so like every facial expression it like translates into the video game.
That's so trippy.
So.
Were you working with a real dog or a real animal?
No, the set is literally just a blank room, and like I think I was working with like a cardboard box, and they have these like little like dots on the cardboard box to basically I don't even know how I use it.
CGI stuff or
I don't
whatever.
know.
Yeah, no. I know. I saw that they put like dots on your face as well. I guess for
Yeah.
all that animation stuff that I don't get.
Yeah, I'm still processing it. I don't think I'll ever understand it.
Hey,
so.
it's pretty awesome. I also read that you listen to music, like sad music, to get you into that place when you kind of do have to give the
Yeah.
emotional. What did you listen to? What are you listening to when you have to get in that headspace?
Well, like honestly, for like I don't know, I feel like more upbeat scenes, I would just listen to like upbeat lo-fi or something. Just like not really like any real songs. Just mostly like beats and stuff to kind of like get that vibe
Oh, like
going.
mood music.
Yeah, but I feel like for some sad scenes, I would listen to like I don't know, like X or something. Or I don't know, it would vary. But yeah, I feel like just listening to music and like the trailer and just kind of like getting in the zone would help a lot.
That's cool. So being a video game character is all about imagination. How has this process, just working on this for so long, I know there's 2 games, there's God of War and then the sequel, how has that kind of expanded your imagination and then like, helped you in sort of this new venture that you're breaking off into music? Like, has that really kind of expanded your creativity because it's all about imagination?
Are you saying like has it like
just
me using my imagination for acting translated into music?
you kind of have to stretch that muscle of like imagination, and I wonder if like you've seen it sort of help you
kind
in
of.
other areas of your creativity.
Yeah, I would say so, just because I feel like I can create more of a story now in my head, especially when I'm making music, or especially when I'm like working on this, I guess, EP right now. I'm kind of turned it more into a story. Yeah. And I feel like I've also become more patient with just like a process. Because video game takes so long, so I'm like kind of treating it the same with other things. I'm gonna just come out with it when I feel ready.
Yeah, like what's the word I'm looking for? What good training for like, the next part of your life and the next chapter.
Next chapter.
So let's get to that next chapter, which is music. What role does music play in your life?
I feel like music plays a role in like my life in honestly every aspect. Even just when I'm walking throughout my day, I'm just listening to music. I don't know, I feel like music's such a big part of my life, especially when I'm skating or even when I was working on the video game and everything.
Are you a shower guy? Do you listen to music in the shower?
Oh yeah, I'd be singing in the shower.
Yeah.
I got the soap bar, I'm like, yeah.
What's your like go-to? Like what? So for me, that's amazing, and I really want you to do that again. For me, I have to play The Weeknd's album, his first album, no matter for years. Shower. That's my shower album. House of Balloons. I just need. I don't know what it is. That's my shower album.
That's the shower song.
What's your? Do you have something that you play, or a playlist, or a shower playlist?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Like
honestly,
what gives you the shower mood? Like what's your shower vibe?
Shower mood. I don't know. I'll be listening to like Playboy Cardi. Like I just be like in there like turn it up.
What's going on in your shower? That's like a whole show.
No, I just be like turning up like.
Hey, I understand. You need to. It helps you kind of wake up in the morning. Gives you that boost of energy.
Exactly. A nice cold shower. Listen to some Playboy Cardi.
That's amazing. So what's the process been like for you, kind of transitioning into music? How did this kind of start for you, getting into it? Because you're working on it now. I know. Very focused.
When I was like 6 or 7, I actually wanted to get into music. I like try to do like a cover of like Justin Bieber or something, and then that came out, and then I just got like teased by my friends like growing up after that video came out and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna steer away from that. And then I think during COVID, that's when I really kind of started making music, because I had like a PC at my house, and then I got a mic. And then I just kept building up my studio, and then just kept working on it, and then like falling in love more and more.
Yeah. I kind of love that I've talked to a lot of artists who really took advantage of the COVID time, right?
Yeah.
And kind of made like really big, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, but really big life decisions or just had realizations. And
Yeah.
do you feel like just having that time sort of had got you focused into, okay, this is really what I want to do?
Yeah, because I feel like there was no pressure, because I feel like when before COVID happened or post COVID, I don't know, I feel like during the pandemic it was just like freedom. Like obviously like you can't see anyone, or like, you know, it's social distance and stuff, but just you could be like locked in and kind of have the time to figure out what you want to do and, you know,
Yeah.
remap out whatever's going on. So I feel like I had enough time to kind of be like, okay, yeah, I kind of want to focus on this right now.
And also learn, right? Because it sounded like you're doing so many aspects of the process, producing, writing,
Yeah.
obviously recording the music. I mean,
Yeah.
that takes time, you know?
Yeah, no, the hardest thing was just like learning how to like engineer my stuff and then try to like mix and master it. But I mean, you never fully learn. I mean, people go to school for that, so it's like, it's a process. I feel like music, that's why I like music a lot though too, because you don't necessarily get tired of it, because you can just always do something different, you know?
There's so many aspects of it and so many
Yeah,
ways you can go.
exactly.
Yeah. So you're working on a new EP,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you've been kind of teasing us on Twitter and all that stuff and being like, hey, it's coming. No, it's coming end of March. No, it's coming, it's coming. So people who are like really excited for this, tell us about it and when you think we can expect it. No pressure, by the way.
When to expect it? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty close towards the end. I just kind of, I don't know. I just like having a lot of variety to pick out what I want. But like I said earlier, I feel like it's just a story piece, and I kind of want it to have like a chronological order. So I've just been really patient with that. But yeah, it's gonna be.
I actually think that's awesome that you're having patience with the process and yourself. 'Cause
Yeah, I literally just came out with this. Or I just made this song I just came out with. It's called Patience. And I'm like telling myself like...
I listened to it, and it's the most catchy song I've heard in a really long time. It's so good.
Thank you.
What's that song about? I know you're kind of telling yourself to like just trust the process and have patience, but like just tell us more about that song.
I guess with that song, I mean, as black and white as it is just for me to like maintain my patience, because I feel like I always try to rush into things, and I feel like also I have like really bad ADHD, so like sometimes I'm like really eager just to, you know, do something, but I feel like that song also kind of revolves around me, like just like a growing process, and I've like learned to kind of, you know, keep myself still sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's so cute because I was listening to something that you maybe put out like in 2021 or something, and just this.
Oh my God.
No, it's so cute. The change in your voice is so cute, and it's actually really vulnerable and like, I don't know, kind of. We get to hear just the difference of like you first starting
like
and
baby voice.
Yeah, and you know, you kind of growing into this and maturing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When I listen, I can't even listen to that song, but. Yeah, I mean it's a cool song, and it's cool to see, yeah, exactly the evolution of me.
Absolutely.
My songs.
So what story are you telling on this EP? You said it's all about story. Like what can we, you know, what kind of aspects of your story are you sharing with us through music?
It's basically a lot about like a relationship that, you know, ended. And I guess it's mostly just about like I need time for myself type of stuff. I don't want to give away too much because I want there to be like a surprise to it.
Sure. Okay, so I won't pry, but are you giving us an Adele breakup album? Like, are we gonna cry
Low-key.
along with you?
Yeah, low-key, there might be some tears. Yeah, it's a little breakup song. But the thing is, I mean, some of it's like fiction, some of it's nonfiction. So, I mean, I'm trying to also be careful the way that I write some lyrics, just because I don't want people to go like too much into depth about something, to where it's like not even that situation. Because sometimes you gotta, you know, fill in some words to.
Yeah, and then we're gonna start being like, "Who's this he's talking about?" And then we're gonna go in and find the person that you're actually referencing, and it's gonna be a whole Taylor Swift situation.
Yeah, it's gonna be a.
Okay, so we're excited for that. Seriously, Patience is really good. It's a really good song.
Thank you.
And if that's what the EP is gonna sound like, I'm really excited to hear more.
Oh, it's gonna be way better. Patience was just
Oh.
like, not necessarily like a hint into the EP, but kind of just like something to just come out with, and then to remind myself too. So every time I go on my Spotify, thinking like, oh, should I post the EP or not? I'm like looking at it, it says Patience.
That's actually really smart.
Yeah, so.
Kind of giving yourself the hey,
Yeah,
relax,
exactly.
like don't jump,
Yeah.
relax, it's coming, because you can only put out your first album once, so you
Yeah,
want it to
exactly.
be good.
I want it to be good.
Before I let you go, have you done any performances yet, like musical performances on stage? Oh God, you just squirmed.
Nah, I did. My first performance was like for like my friend's birthday, and there
Okay.
were like a few hundred people there. But no, I haven't really done too many performances. I obviously want to get into it more, but I just want to make sure that I'm like comfortable and confident with the music that I'm out with. But yeah, I think there'll be some performances soon.
Okay.
I'm gonna start turning up, going crazy.
What are you gonna do at the performance? You're gonna turn up and go
I'm gonna
crazy.
just be turning up. I'm gonna be crowd surfing, all that.
Well, we're excited. Any more acting stuff coming up, or you're kind of just really zoomed in on music?
I have some projects I'm going to be working on soon, but I can't say nothing about that.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, I didn't get to see the movie. I'm gonna check it out because it looks really good. And also, it's not on Netflix, and I don't. Anyway, you have to pay for it on Amazon. But mid '90s, Jonah Hill, that movie, that his first. The trailer just
Yeah.
deserves an Oscar. Like it's so good.
Yeah, no, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's hard for me to watch it just because I'm watching myself, so I'm my biggest critique. It's
Yeah.
hard to watch myself, but.
Do you? Is it hard? Do you kind of really squirm?
Oh, I cringe the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I close my eyes for scenes, I'm like, oh. Because I'm like, I could have done it that way.
So there's constant the critic.
Yeah.
Even with all the success you've had, the critic kind of doesn't sleep.
Oh, yeah, never.
So how do you move on, or how do you just not let it debilitate you? Because I'm sure a lot of people go through that and experience that.
I start working on the next project. Because I mean, I just like experiencing it and like just working on the project, and then I let other people enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's, I'm the one trying to, I guess, act out the story for whoever wrote the script or whatever. So I feel like I'm doing my part, and then obviously I enjoy all the films that I'm in. I wouldn't do
Yeah,
it
of course.
if I didn't like it.
Yeah, of course.
But-
No, it's hard. It's cringy.
Yeah, so I just like working on the next one because I'm like, okay, then I can improve my performance, this.
You know what they say? A lot of artists say, like, once I give it to the world, it's no longer mine.
Exactly.
You're gonna do what you're gonna do with it,
Exactly.
and I'm on to the
Exactly
next.
that,
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna check out the EP coming out soon. No pressure. 'Cause
Yeah, no
it's a
date, but it's
process.
soon.
Trusting the process.
Yeah.
And you'll come back and visit when the songs come out, and we'll talk about them, and maybe you'll perform for us.
Yeah. Cool. That'd be cool. All right,
That'd be
yeah.
so cool. Sunny Suljic, yay!
From the top of the Empire State Building,